Hello, students, and welcome to the Educational Administration program at Cal State Dominguez Hills. I'm Dr. Anthony Normore, a professor in the program. One of the expectations around technical writing in this program is the proper use of APA writing. This writing style is especially important when completing your case studies. Although there are many rules around the use of APA, in this video, we'll focus on the general APA rules that will be helpful to you throughout the program. We'll use 3 slides, which are intended to serve as exemplars of how to write the in-text references, as well as the final reference list. Now, our first 2 slides will focus on the in-text writing, and our final slide will focus on the reference list. So let's begin with the use of in-text references. When writing text in your case studies and your other assignments, it's critical to keep the following 5 points in mind. Alphabetize the list of references in the written text according to authors' last names, not by year. Use commas, uppercase letters, and separate references if there are more than one reference by a semicolon. Use and, that's A-N-D, instead of the ampersand when using a reference at the beginning of a sentence. Use the ampersand instead of A-N-D when using references at the end of a sentence. Our discussion continues now with the final 2 points for writing in-text references. When using a direct quote from any reading, ensure that you use quotation marks and a page number with parentheses, followed by a period at the end. The critical point here is that an author is credited for her or his work, that these are not your words, but rather the author's words. When using the internet as a source, oftentimes page numbers are not found. Therefore, you need to ensure that you use the abbreviated form of the word paragraph, that's P-A-R-A, period, to indicate which paragraph the direct quote can be found. The final part of this video focuses on writing the reference list. It is important to know that the reference list always occurs at the end of your written work. Our focus here is on where each component appears in the reference. So please keep in mind that the order of the components is absolutely critical and that all references must be presented in alphabetical order. An example of a book reference. The title must be in lowercase letters except for the first word. If the title is broken into 2 sections, the first word of the second section must also be in uppercase letters. Note the order of the components. Note the last name of the authors, followed by first name initials, followed by the publication year, which is in parentheses. Then you have the italicized book title, the place of publication, which is the city and the state, and this is followed by the publisher. And if there are 2 lines, there's a hanging indent. Here's an example of a journal article reference. All words in the journal titles begin with uppercase letters. Now let's note the order of the components. Note the last name of the author, first name initials, the publication year in parentheses, followed by the title of the article, then the title of the journal, all words of the journal are in italics, followed by the volume number, also in italics, and the issue number, which appears in parentheses, followed by page numbers, and again, a hanging indent if there are 2 lines. The third example is an example of an internet reference. The title must be in lowercase letters, except again for the first word. If the title is broken into 2 sections, the first word of the second section must also be in uppercase letters. Note the order of components. the last name of the authors, first name initials, followed by the publication year, which is in parentheses. The title of the article in italics is next. The retrieval date of the internet URL. No paragraph number is required here since it's already in the text. And once again, you use the hanging indent. At this point, on behalf of the Educational Administration staff and personnel at CSU Dominguez Hills, I'd like to thank you for your attention, your time, and your interest to understand the main APA rules of writing. We hope these have been helpful to you. Please refer to this Blackboard video clip at any time throughout the program when and if you're uncertain about the APA protocols. I'm sure you'll enjoy the program, and we wish you all happy writing and look forward to working with all of you. Thank you.